So hello and welcome back to Varieties, Coins and Banknotes, and today's video is about the 1942 halfpenny that was minted in India. So these are the two varieties of the coins. So I'm wondering, just looking at them, if you can tell the difference. So I'll give you 1 second. Okay, 1 second's up. So the difference you can see is the actual denticles. The denticles are on the rim of the coin, and you can see the rim, so the flat area is thicker here, thinner here, and the denticles themselves are larger on this side and they're smaller on this side, so it's more like a bead on this side. So these are two of the varieties issued by the Bombay Mint. Now this is the second time that Australian halfpennies have been minted in India. So the first time they were minted at Calcutta, so they were minted at a different mint. So this is Mumbai or Bombay at the time. And those ones are minted from 1916 to 1918. So both of these coins are war period coins. And how you distinguish Mumbai Mint is that before and after halfpenny you have dots. So you have dots there, and if you turn it over on the other side, a lot of the times you should have an eye, but sometimes the eye is missing and that will be classed as an error because they didn't punch it in. But these dies were made in India itself, so in the Mumbai Mint, instead of either Melbourne or London. So on the obverse, of the front of the coin, both of these are the same. So you've got the same number of denticles, which is 143. So if you want to count them, and no, I don't want to count them. And this is classed as obverse free. So they've got different types of obverses. We have different effigies of the monarch as well as the alterations. Like the next one, obverse 4, will have the Indian Imperial removed. So and these ones have Humphrey Paget, so HP, and in this condition, well, these are probably just very fine coins because a lot of the detail of the hairlines actually disappeared. Okay, so on this side is where you're going to find the differences between the coins. So if we stick them up together, we can see that we have the long denticles here, and this seems to be in the Renex catalogue. It's classed as a scarce coin, and it's also got a dropped A at the bottom. So this one has the smaller denticles and has the normal A. So what you need to look for is the dropped A as well as the long denticles and the actual smaller denticles as well. So I've never actually done any research. I don't think that much research has been done on these coins. But do we see anything different in the actual date? So the smaller denticles, we have a small bar on the 4. This one has a thick bar, and also the 9. On the small denticles, the 9 ends in a point. This one, it doesn't end, it's pretty blunt. And also the 1, the chevrons on the 1, up the top, down and below, are smaller than on the long denticles. So you can see the differences in the actual date. And also the 2, this one ends in looks like a small point, and this one ends in like a triangle. So that's the differences. How about the actual lettering itself? So the fonts on penny, yeah, they also look a bit different as well. See the chevrons down here are actually a lot bigger. So we're talking about up the top, down below, as well as the Y. So there are differences that you can actually gauge from these two varieties in the coins. You see the F's pretty different. Okay, KG, is that different as well? Yeah, it looks like this one, the upswing in that G is a 90-degree angle. This one looks like the G is just a circular pattern. Australia, now not seeing too much difference except for the actual cut off down there. So, and the L, so the bottom of the L on the smaller is actually thicker than the one with the long denticles. So you can see differences. I don't really need to describe them. The star, any difference in the star? Looks like with the smaller denticles, the star is a lot fatter. And also, looks like these dots are actually a lot thicker. So do we see any of these differences on this side with the lettering? Yeah, that G looks a bit different. Looks rounded on the smaller denticles. Looks pretty much the same. MN, it looks like it ends in between the denticles on both. FD, now it looks like on this side they've used the same fonts to imprint the coin. Although there would have been differences really, because different punching at different letterings with different tools probably would have had slight variations. Ours look pretty much the same. So anyway, hope this helps you with your halfpenny coins from 1942 minted in Mumbai. And also there's other varieties that you can actually look for, or errors. So errors, like we have a die crack in between the rue and the star. We have a die crack in between the 4 and the 2, or cud should I say. And there's lots of die cracks going around, but I don't see any of this coin on these coins. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're seeing which of these coins are actually small and large denticles. So these ones at the moment looks like they're all small denticles. So click on the actual coin. Yeah, that's definitely a small denticles. This one, not too sure. That one, yeah, small. Small. Okay, I should actually change it to Australia. And all the ones that I see at the moment are all small. Then you got halfpenny. Let's see what this one has. Okay, which one's the Indian? This one up the top. That's small. So there is no large denticles that I can see. They're all small as well. Small. Small. So it looks like the larger denticles is actually a, well, in the Renix catalogue has rare. So maybe I'm just going to say it's scarce. No, these is probably oh no, it's. And if you see one with just a dot after penny, that is the Perth Mint. Ones without the actual dot is the Melbourne Mint. So basically we're not worried about those at the moment. We're just looking for, this one looks like a large denticle. Trying to sell for 18 bucks. Okay, that's slight damage, so my one's in better condition. Also has a drop day. So probably all of them have the drop day, but I can't substantiate that at the moment. 940, 42. This one is, okay, so this one's an Indian. It has an eye. And it has small denticles. Yep. No drop day. Any more? Now it says a lot of them are pretty much audio mints. So here's another one. But this one's small denticles. So really, I've only seen one with the large denticles. Anyway, so that's what you do. You just go on eBay every now and again and see what type of varieties that people are actually selling. So yeah, here's another Indian, small denticles. Another one. So basically, a lot more research. Yeah, another one. Small denticles. So more research needs to be put into this. But I don't know if people have time to actually do this type of stuff. So anyway, so basically that's what I like to do in my spare time, apart from learning about rocks. So I've got 2 pennies, 2 of these. So you've got the large denticles, which is seems to be the scarcest coin, so this was probably about $10-20. Then you got small denticles, probably only like worth $1 or $2, with a mintage of 6 million combined. Most of them are probably just small denticle version, and these dies were minted in Mumbai itself in India because they had a quota of dies they had to make, so this was part of their quota. Anyway, hope this helps you with your coins and banknotes. Let me know if you have any comments down below. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Hooroo.